Hey, what's up everyone? I just wanted to make a quick video sort of introducing myself to the Ashes of Creation community and stating my intent to create future Ashes of Creation content. I backed the Kickstarter whenever it was there and I'm going to be in Alpha 2. So whenever that comes out, you can expect me to stream and make some more YouTube content. My content's not going to be like super well edited. It's mostly just going to be informational. So if you want to come to this channel for this kind of content. One, combat. I'll talk about the combat as it comes out. If you guys aren't aware, yesterday there was more combat footage shown. And if you're not aware, it's basically exactly Guild Wars 2's combat. And I am incredibly familiar with Guild Wars 2's combat, having played it for so long, as you can see, the check in the background. I played Guild Wars 2 professionally for a while, so that's me. And also, Ashes of Creation is inspired by my favorite MMO of all time, which is ArcAge, or at least my favorite MMO experience. If you've played ArcAge Unchained, it's not exactly my favorite MMO, but if you played ArcAge during the alpha experience was my favorite MMO experience of all time. So you combine a game that has combat like Guild Wars 2, which is extremely good combat, and then it also has a lot of the systems from my favorite MMO experience of all time, ArcAge, and I'm very, very hopeful, and so I'm really looking forward to playing Alpha 2. And the second, and probably what most of my content will be about, at least on YouTube. On Twitch, I'm just going to be streaming my gameplay, but on YouTube, I like to theory craft builds, and this game is going to be thick with builds. All right, so if you aren't aware of how builds are going to work in this game, or at least part of how builds are going to work in this game, is you pick your primary class, one of 8 classes, and then as you level, you get the opportunity to pick your secondary class, which is kind of like an augment class. So an example they give is that if you pick fighter, you have a basic charge ability, just like any other warrior or fighter in another game. But if you augment it with mage, you can make that a blink strike rather than a charge, which it'll make it quicker. So that's just one example. And then both of those, both your primary and your secondary class, will have their own skill trees. And obviously in the secondary skill tree, you'll pick the modifier for the charge in the mage skill tree, if that makes sense. So the secondary skill tree is going to be different based on your primary. And then you'll have a third skill tree, which will be based on what weapon you pick. So for example, they just showed off the ranger. You could hold a short bow or a long bow. You'll have a different skill tree for the longbow than you will the short bow. And also the short bow and the longbow provide a different gameplay. So like when you're auto attacking with the short bow, you can move quicker than with the longbow. Stuff like that. So there's going to be huge build potential, and I think there might be even some other small things that go into builds, but we'll figure that out as time goes on. That's what you will come to this channel for, to figure out optimal builds. I just love that kind of stuff. Theory crafting builds, playing them, getting them optimal. So I'm sure I'll have some guides about that kind of stuff. And then the third kind of content I'll be making is PvP. You probably go to my stream mostly for that, but maybe I'll upload like some montages or something on YouTube, or talk about the types of PvP content they'll put in the game, world PvP, structured PvP. I like it all. So yeah, and then maybe some guides about. And my build guides will probably be about PvP builds. So, anyways, yeah, that's it. Just wanted to introduce myself and tell you guys about what I plan to do in the future for Ashes of Creation. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and like, and if you got any questions, just ask in the comments. Bye.